Hello, this is Palagi. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and today we're going to take a look at the Sig Sauer P320 SubCompact. For those of you that have seen my initial Sig P320 compact review, it's no secret that I'm a huge fan of this gun. The question is, does it translate to the SubCompact? Now, I know that single-stack subcompact pistols are kind of in favor now, and believe me, I get it. The one thing I have found out while carrying, though, is a good holster is damn near everything while concealing. If you have a good holster, I found the difference in concealability and comfort from, say, this double-stack subcompact to something single-stack are very minimal. And if you don't have the proper equipment, it can be a very noticeable difference. That being said, as long as that truly is the case, I'm going to prefer the double-stack subcompacts for a concealed carry gun, which is where this little gun is going to excel. So how was this gun to shoot? Frankly, it was remarkable. For this size of gun, it was just fantastic. Really, it was good for, even a larger size gun. I would say it's more comfortable to shoot than the Glock 26, and I really like the 26. However, probably not as comfortable to shoot as the compact, which obviously stands to reason since the larger guns are normally just going to be easier to shoot. Recoil was very manageable, and it really was a pleasure to shoot. At, between 9 and 10 yards, my double taps were within about 4 inches of one another, which is pretty decent for my skill level. Another thing I noticed is just how effortless it felt doing double taps. That very nice striker fire trigger helped out a lot, not to mention the overall design of the pistol. But some smaller guns are not quite as easy to manipulate, especially when dealing with those long, heavy double action triggers that so many manufacturers are going with these days. Let's go ahead and talk about the chamberings really quick. This is chambered in 9mm. You can also get it in 40 caliber, 357 SIG, and 45 ACP. The capacity is a 12+1, which is really good. I was actually kind of delighted to see that they were able to get that many rounds in a subcompact offering. The sights, they are a dovetailed sight, okay, just like the larger brother here. If you look at them, one thing you're going to notice, these are quite a bit brighter, and there's a reason for that. These are SIG lights, and unfortunately these are just standard contrast sights. Now, I thought that SIG lights just came kind of standard on all of their guns, but apparently that isn't the case. Let's talk about the forward slide serrations here. You have them on the front and the back. They're actually very well done. They do provide pretty good grip. They did put them up here for people who like to do press checks and that sort of thing. One thing I did notice is SIG dispensed with the 1913 pick rail there for whatever reason. Notice they have it on the compact and the full-size version. Now, I don't know why they did that. It just seems like, kind of a why not thing. It doesn't cost anything. I guess it's, some would argue that there's not a real advantage to having a pick rail on a subcompact firearm, but it's just something that I noticed and wanted to bring to your attention. Also, SIG decided to round this trigger guard off, okay? It does something to the aesthetics. Honestly, I don't know if I like it as much or better yet, but it does change the look of it, like I was saying. And I guess since they went away from the pick rail, maybe they didn't have to have that squared off trigger guard. The action on this pistol is actually very, very smooth. I don't know if it translates into the video, but it feels even smoother than the bigger brother here. It just feels like precision crafted. It's just really, really nice. The mag release is super positive. Okay, you can see that bounce there, so needless to say, the mags are going to drop free, which is definitely something I look for in a carry gun. There is no magazine safety, which I really like. And for those who don't know, if the mag's out, this will still fire a round. I don't like it when manufacturers do that. But also, if you look at the pistol, there's no safety whatsoever on the firearm itself, which I tend to appreciate that sort of thing, and it kind of makes for just a clean and simple pistol. As far as the trigger's concerned, it is honestly fantastic. As I mentioned in that previous video, it's very short and crisp. Okay, really well done. Matter of fact, better than the Big Brother here. And I really like that trigger. I mean, not a whole lot better, but it is better. As far as reset's concerned, it is short, audible, even tactile. However, it offers little in the way of assisting your finger back to reset. Okay? Alright, as far as ergonomics is concerned, the grip, one thing I did notice is how much they thinned out the grip on the SubCompact. Now, I don't really know why they did that. I think they could have got away with keeping that same thicker grip for the SubCompact. And to be frank, I kind of wish they would have, because the grip on this one, it just fits my hand really well. It's not that big of a deal, and really this is well done. I'm not knocking it, but it is there is a difference, and I just wanted to bring that to your attention. The original texturing, it was actually done pretty well. However, since these polymer lowers can be had for like $40 to $50, I thought I would try my hand at stippling. As you can see, I actually went a little more aggressive with this one. It provides really good grip, and it just feels like it's kind of glued to your hand. I really like that. I'm really glad I did that. On this one, I went a little bit finer with the stippling, which I like the looks of a little bit better, but it's not quite as grabby. But anyway, I wanted to let you know so you didn't think this is what it looks like out of box there. So anyway, I noticed a little bit of a hot spot while shooting my first trip to the range there, and maybe that was due to my grip. But this takedown lever, what would happen, I guess, you know, I would shoot, and it kind of provided, it just made for a kind of a sore hand. I only noticed it that very first time, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. So it never happened after that, but again, something I wanted to relay to you. Okay, this is really a pretty neat size gun that comes somewhere in between a Glock 26 and a Glock 19. It is just a great balance between concealable and shootable. Some people really hate the idea of their pinky hanging off of that grip, okay? I think SIG did a really good job balancing, like I was saying, the concealability of it, since this is a dimension that is a big deal while concealing, but they did a good job between just shootable and concealable. Okay, they just did an awesome job with that size. As far as the modularity of it, the mags from the full size or the compact are going to fit the SubCompact, which is great. That's always nice, and to be honest, I was kind of wondering about that myself before purchasing this firearm. The SIG 250, that was the first time that we saw this idea of serializing the trigger group and it being compatible from one platform to the next. It kind of transferred over to the 320 series, and it can be advantageous for those who may have a lot of red tape to cut through to get multiple firearms. Once you buy one, all you have to do is simply go to SIG's website and purchase a slide package of your desired caliber that will also include the the grip size that you want and a magazine to get you started. This does not require an FFL transfer. They'll ship it right to your door, which is nice. Then you can very easily just take your slide off, pull your takedown pin out and just lift up on that trigger group assembly and just place your new frame, place it in your new frame, and you have a completely different platform, which is actually really pretty cool, and I've just kind of come to warm up to that whole idea. Another thing I noticed is you can actually take the slide from the compact version here and put it on the subcompact. That might not be a big deal to some people, but I thought that was kind of neat, especially since I have just standard contrast sights on this, and I have the SIG lights on this one. So now I can have the SIG lights on a smaller framed as well as a little more sight radius. So I thought that was kind of interesting. As far as magazines are concerned, replacements are about $40 to $50. The SIG P320 mags will also work for that. As far as just an overall opinion, granted I only have a sample of 2 here. However, I'm just south of about 1,500 rounds between the 2 of them. Obviously more in this one, over 1,000 in this one. And I'm without stoppage or malfunction of any kind. Okay, they've performed flawlessly, and I love these firearms. I do see a lot more holsters out there for the compact version, but not as many for the subcompact, especially a good ankle holster. I will say that the aftermarket is this gun's biggest downfall, but aside from that, the 320 gets a well-deserved A. I have to say that the 320 in any size is just kind of the gun to beat. From ergonomics, fit, finish, interchangeability, the reliability at this price point is just outstanding. And it is, I'm going to say, my top 2 recommended carry guns with the bullet. Okay, fantastic. Anyway, that is the review of the Sig Sauer P320 subcompact. If you guys have any questions, would like to know more about anything, just please leave your mark in the comment section. Thank you so much again for tuning into my channel, and I want to thank my subscribers for supporting this channel, like I was saying. Anyway, until next time, this is Palagi, signing off.